Pecan Tree Line Lane, I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at futures movement from yesterday. At the closing bell, cotton futures were down 124 to 170. December prices ended the session with the 170-point loss. Wheat futures were mixed during the Tuesday session. Hard red winter faded into the afternoon, closing within a penny of unchanged. At the close for Tuesday session, soybean futures were still 6 to 10 3/4 in the red. Soy meal prices weakened by $1.20 to $1.60. Front month corn futures ended the Tuesday session with 6 1/4 to 8 cents worth of losses. Afternoon trading left lean hog futures off the lows for the close, but prices were still down by 7 to as much as 135 at the bell. August cattle rolled off the board on a 40 volume trade day, valued at 118.96. The other front months ended the day off their lows, but still 72 to $1.42 in the red. Feeder cattle were 62 to $1.20 weaker themselves. Neighbor, there's your futures moves. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how did our sheep and goats sell in Fredericksburg today?
Larry, we were a little light compared to what we talked about early in the week, but I think we ended up with right around 2,300. Market was good all the way through. Lambs, I kind of quoted steady. Those boar kids, the feeder kids and the bigger kids, I quoted them $20 higher. They might have been even higher than that, but we sold some 60, 70-pound kids over $4 again this week. So, the whole market was sure active. And, of course, we didn't have very many numbers, so they all jumped in there and wanted to get a few. So that helped also. But as far as the cattle sale, about an hour ago, we were on I think tag number 376, probably had 600 on the yards. So still hoping for that, somewhere between that 1,000 and 1,500. See how they come in this evening when it cooled off. It sure got hot today, so that might have deterred a few people from bringing them early. So we're hoping we'll line up again this evening and catch a few more.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Sean.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves. Pork carcass cutout value, 71 weaker in the afternoon at 109.01. Estimated hog slaughter, 479,000 head. That set the week's kill at 950,000, which is up about 39,000 week to week, about 7,000 year to year. Wholesale box prices for beef, weaker in the afternoon. Choice price at $342.11. The select at $312.03, down by 67 cents and 52 cents respectively. USDA says federal slaughter 121,000 head for a weekly total of 238. That is 2,000 head above last week, but it's outpaced by the same week in 2020 by about 2,000 head. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with cousin Brian Linsman from Seguin Cattle Company. It's about 7:15 on a on a Tuesday evening, looking toward a Wednesday sale. Brian, I'm a day late, dollar short, but you know that. Tell us how the thing's going to shape up.
I was kind of expecting that 700, maybe a tick over. Quality, just kind of normal for this time of the year. I mean, we haven't got into our fall runs yet. Got one string of cows off of one individual, and I mean, they're just kind of middle-aged to older. He just kind of thinning the herd out, but we're going to palpate them. And, I hear so many people talking about it. It's like when we get our first frost, and I mean, there's going to be so much fuel out in them pastures. And I just think about that. Sometimes man got to add a few extra cows in there and just get that fire hazard out of the way every now and then.
Right.
So, I mean, if man's looking for just a few cows, like I said, they're good still ranching cows, but if he wants to turn them out in 2 or 3, 4 or 5 and just kind of burn up a little extra grass before winter gets here, I mean, he can dang sure do it. Sheep and goat market, it sounds like it's going to be good, and I mean, kind of expecting that 600 somewhere in there. So
okay,
it'll be a good day tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you in Seguin for the Wednesday sale.
You can give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell phone at 830-305-0652.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Larry.
We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some deals going on hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. We're having a fire sale on 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with a beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work. They're running $17.50 right now, Larry.
That's a great deal. Tell us the brand again.
They're made by W.W. Paul.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how's the sales shaping up for Wednesday?
Oh, looks like going to have another pretty decent run. Got 400 on hand right now, so expected 600 or so tomorrow. Got pretty good jagged cows, probably 125 right now. Mostly just packer cows, handful of bulls in the mix. But calf and yearling deal do have a few, 25 to 30 head bunches. Calves are fairly light, looks like this week. Not a lot of great big cattle, a lot of kind of 4 to 5 weight cattle in the mix this go around. But looked like a pretty decent run, like I said, somewhere 600 or so.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
You can call us at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number is 830-334-1047. Website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, we're busy working some cattle out of the Goliad area that we have on some country on the Sarco Creek. Got good big old calves on them. Delivered 2 loads yesterday to a buyer in Welder. These good cows are going fast. If anyone is interested, you need to give me a call. By the way, I do have a South Texas hunting lease available, 360 acres, Duval County. We own this property, and I'm interested in some long-term hunting tenants. Number is 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Carl Herman from Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. Carl, how is the Wednesday sales shaping up?
They're coming in pretty good, Larry. A lot of good calves, lots of good calves. Came in today. Looking forward to a lot of them coming in tomorrow that I know is coming. We ought to have probably 1,000 to 1,200. So looking for a good day.
Good. Nothing on the keeper cow side yet?
We've got some pretty good middle-aged cows. Got some big calves on them. They'll be palpated back in age, and those cows are sure good enough to go back to the country.
Good. So you got something for everybody. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
My number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn, 567-4119. If you're in the Giddings and surrounding area, call Max Edler, 540-8676.
Carl Herman, thank you very much.
Thanks, Larry.
We're on the line with Sam from D&D. Sam, I've never seen as much Stay Tough fence in my whole life.
That's right, Larry. Right now, we have the largest supply of American T-post and the largest supply of Stay Tough fencing in Texas.
Tell us how to take advantage of all that product.
All you got to do, Larry, is call me at 830-379-7340, and that's for one of our friendly staff members.
Neighbor, let's take a look and examine cotton in the wake of Ida. Failing to let Ida bullishly motivate prices, the cotton market took a nosedive yesterday. Nervously long speculators and unpriced growers collectively slanted to the sell side. In fact, as one subscriber said, the tug of harvest is in the air. Was that notion? December is edging ever closer to having a 8 handle on its price. Traders are anxious to see Thursday's weekly export sales report. There has been some industry chatter that Central American mills may be taking on a bigger role in the textile industry because of its proximity to the U.S. mainland. Last week's business showed El Salvador as the top buyer of both crop years. Honduras was in the mix as well, but the communist Chinese were noticeably absent. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you, if you're thinking about putting beef in your freezer, now is the time, and Primo Processing is the place to contact. Save money by going directly to the source, Primo Processing. Skip the big supply chain and know where you're feeding your livestock and what you're feeding your family. Feed them the best. They've got the supply for feeder cattle lined up, and they have a few slaughter dates available in July and August, so don't miss out. Call Primo today. Primo Processing Hondo, 830-521-3337. Buy local, feed local, Primo Processing, Hondo, Texas. Neighbor, let's take a look at the commodity commentary courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. It's likely the post-hurricane issues with the New Orleans area port grain elevator are more problematic than at first expected, with some severe damage to at least on facility as well as no electricity projected for the next 2 to 4 weeks. That is clearly responsible for some of the weakness in the grains yesterday and today, along with the harvest getting underway and a lack of robust export demand. In their latest crop condition report, USDA left the good to excellent portion of the corn crop unchanged at 60%, same for soybeans at 56%. Local cash grain markets are little traded, with harvest mostly wound up in sharply lower futures markets these last 2 days. Cargill, Houston both cut their unloading hours 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For information on marketing your grains, 800-288-4453, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. You know, I was looking on Facebook the other day and noticed it was a friend of mine's birthday. He is quite the craftsman. He loves to work with wood. He can build almost anything, and I needed a gift idea for him. So I thought about MG Building Materials, the perfect place to get gift cards. That's right. What better way than an MG gift card to get someone just the right thing if they like to construct stuff? Available in any denomination from $10 to $100, MG gift cards have no expiration date, nor do they incur a service fee. MG's cards can be redeemed at any of their 5 locations: San Antonio, Kerrville, Pleasanton, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. So whether you need a power tool to build something, or some wood to build something, or some fencing, gosh, that'd be a great gift. MG Building Materials, mgbuildingmaterials.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus Christi in August, D's plus 65, 10.70. Houston, D's plus $1.10, 11.50, and Progresso, $10. Yellow corn through Corpus in August, December plus 70, 604 and a quarter. Houston, December plus 45, 579 and a quarter, and Progresso, 11.80. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in August, D's plus 80, 792. And number 1 beans to Houston in August, November less 30, 1262. Neighbor, let's see if we can find your cotton movement for yesterday. We moved 262 bales across Texas. All of it came from East Texas and Oklahoma. Prices averaged $89.41 to $92.16. That's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. I'm Larry Marble, and we are Down on the Farm Radio, and you're our neighbor. Neighbor, good day to you.